Hello guys, got another video today, and today we talk about crosshair placement or good centering in Battlefield. It's something that's very important as a skill as an FPS player, very effective in winning gunfights, and probably like the number one reason why you die a lot to sort of like better players. A lot of the time it will seem to die very quickly against better players, and this is for console and PC. You can sort of apply the same logic to both platforms, and you'll see hopefully improvements quickly. I would have thought maybe more effective on PC just because of the speed you tend to die at, or the time to death. Good crosshair placement, good centering is all about sort of lowering that reaction time, so you're sort of ready for that gunfight, getting quicker, more efficient kills. You know, it can be, in my opinion, like the deciding factor in a lot of gunfights. You know, do you survive or do you not survive, win, lose that gunfight? Yeah, so hopefully help a few players out, have better crosshair placement, centering. I think it's kind of a good skill to improve upon, I think. So anyway, let's get straight into it. So here we are on Underground. I think it'd be a good map to sort of demonstrate sort of good crosshair placement and good centering and stuff. And you know, here we go, we've got this little sort of corridor area here. So basically, just wanted like good centering is just where sort of center mass is as a, you know, as an enemy. So if they come around a corner, you want it sort of like center mass. So say this little corner here, you want it sort of where they're going to sort of peak like that. I'd sort of recommend sort of doing it just ahead of the corner, like so about here, just so you see them. So all you got to do is you've got to just press shoot. That's all you got to do. That's sort of good crosshair placement. I wouldn't sort of do it here or like right on the line like that, because you still have to move, and that's technically sort of slower to get a kill. You know, where this is quicker. You just as soon as you see them sort of come around a corner, all you got to do is just press shoot. It's little things like that, you know, that really sort of impact sort of gunfights, and the reason why, you know, like I mentioned, sort of good players sort of seem to win a lot more gunfights than people, you know, who maybe less so skilled. And the reason why it's so effective is because, you know, say if one person's come around a corner like that, like you're ready for that gunfight like that, ready for that gunfight, and you've got a player who's just come in like that, just running, and you're going, oh, there's someone here, and they've got to, you know, they've got to move their crosshair up and then shoot. That's really slow. That's a lot slower in comparison to, you know, in comparison to this. And you win the gunfight. You win the gunfight instantly. Like with good centering, you know, you've got a sort of, that's the sort of danger area on that sort of corner, sort of center mass sort of area. You know, you shouldn't be aiming up here or aiming at the bottom of the corner. It's not, you know, you can hip fire or ADS, you know, just good centering. I'd say more like crosshair placement, centering is just, it's more hip fire, isn't it? I would say not necessarily like ADS in the corner. You don't run around ADS, you know. Just it should sort of look like you're sort of like gliding. You're gliding around the area. You know, you can get little things like you go into gameplay. Where is it? You can change your where is it? You can change your crosshair. Where am I? Oh, sorry, here we are. Crosshair, you can change it to like whatever color you want, so it really stands out. That can sort of help with sort of crosshair placements. You're really sort of focusing on getting them sort of danger areas and focus on your crosshair. And you know, so when you're sort of rotating around the maps, you know, you always got your sort of at the sort of center of the screen. That's sort of like this sort of center of the screen like that, at the mid area. So you're not aiming up here, or you're not rotating around the map like this. You know, you got it sort of at sort of chest level like that. You know, you're just running around the map like that. You know, getting it, rotating around, checking the danger areas, checking You know, so if someone does come around that corner, you know, you're running up here, someone there, but you know that your crosshair is already there, ready for that gunfight. Obviously, there is a sort of like, you know, game knowledge aspect to there. You know, where people tend to like to hide and all that sort of stuff. But I think generally, if your crosshair is ready, you know, really think about it, your crosshair placement, where it should be. I think you're going to be winning a lot more gunfights and stuff like that. Hopefully, this sort of helped you out. It's a bit of like just sort of quick guide, sort of crosshair placement. Maybe if you'd like me to sort of elaborate a bit more on, say, different maps and that sort of thing, let me know. A bit of a short one here today, but hopefully sort of helped you out a bit. Get that sort of placement on the sort of danger areas where you think people are going to be. Let me know how you get along. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you boys in the next one.